Our deputy stood forward, stood up, found the courage to move forward. When the sheriff was starting to look back, he made sure to push him forward. Now, everybody in Colony House is in town now. The separation thing they had going on needs to be dissolved. This is a community now, like it should have been. Sheriff is out into the woods, but at least him and his son made up, and now I understand why there was a rift. Yeah, he did what he had to, but in a situation like that, how you react to it is impossible to know unless you're in the situation. He knows that it wasn't his fault, and he did what he needed to, but that was still his mom. And like his girl was saying, he needed to put his anger somewhere. But I'm glad they at least made up before he tricked out there into the woods. And seeing that flashback and how he was just getting everything in order in town when people were just running around and hiding for the most part until he went out there and found the talisman. Now, would it help if he had stayed in town and like his son asked him to? Sure, things would have played out differently, but he had no way of knowing. I mean, his son was trying to warn him, but the father was trying to find a way for them to leave. And that's important, but still, it doesn't make things any less painful, you know? And at least now we can build this tower on the house to try to get a signal out there. No one's seen Victor, and if he did get into the tree, he could have ended up anywhere. He might end up wherever the sheriff and Sarah end up. Who knows? But we moving forward. That's what's important. Julie broke down. She young. Sometimes they think it's their fault. It's just grown folk stuff and situations. And her mom, yeah, there was no one to blame in that situation. But trauma can mess you up, and you can never recover. Sometimes you don't recover from it. It's neither her or the husband's fault. Sometimes you just can't move past things. Really good episode though. Can't wait to get into the next one.